Hello my friends, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be messages from your higher self. So it's going to be, left open to spirit what the messages will be and your higher self. It's going to be hopefully pretty straightforward. So we have 3 piles to choose from today. I'm using this deck today, the Soul Helper Oracle, messages from your higher self. And I'm actually going to be using a spread in here. It's going to be a 3-card spread, but anyway, we'll get into it in the piles. So for pile number 1, we have this piece of fluorite. Focus, please. For pile number 2, we have black obsidian. And for pile number 3, we have clear quartz. So if you need a minute to sit with the energy, please feel free to pause it here and I will see you at your pile. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading if you chose pile number 1 and this piece of fluorite. This is going to be a reading about messages from your higher self. I'm not gonna lie, this might feel like a soul tribe reading. That's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. So yeah, we'll get into it. So the spread that we're using today is going to look at the present, the moment in which you find yourself now. The second card will reveal an unsolved problem, something that is blocked and wishes to be healed. And the third card will show something that lies in your future. So let's have a look. Let's have a shuffle. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's hang out with your higher self. Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go and clear your mind. Interesting. So that is Lover's Energy 6. And it could be that you have an outcome in mind, or it could be that you feel attached to a desire. I want to say it may be a person, a love interest. And this could be a message that, to embody Empress energy and to surrender and to release control over the situation. Interesting. Now we have a new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. 12, Hanged Man energy. So for some of you, you could be in separation with someone. Anyway, it was Mother's Day yesterday and my son, one of my kids, one of my many children, got me this carnelian heart and I love it. So I've added it to the setup for today and it matches the cards. And give me one moment. While I was thinking about it, I thought I'd grab the card that came with it. Symbolizes energy, warmth, and joy. Carnelian is thought to enhance self-esteem and creativity, combat feelings of inadequacy, said to increase libido. So, maybe that's symbolic to you. Now we have follow your vision. Never lose sight of what is really important. There's very much a love energy in this pile right away, but let's see what comes out. That card was about, that card that I just saw was about healing the path, healing your path, connecting with your ancestors. You are not alone. So maybe you're someone who's on a healing journey, trying to break cycles. We have nature is calling you. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. That's Judgment energy. So it feels like maybe you're going through an awakening, or maybe you've been through an awakening. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you are reflecting about your path, about your calling, what you need to release. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So I'm going to read what the first card is all about. This card represents the present, the moment in which you find yourself now. It marks the point you have now reached with your gifts and abilities, your light. Always interpret the issue on the card in a positive way and as if it were already resolved. Interesting. So let's see what that is. Let's pile one, present energy. Present energy. We have the lotus within you awakes. You are a master in light on high. Beautiful. And it's 41. So you could be currently blossoming into this lotus. You could be someone who has been through an awakening and has grown through the mud and is blossoming as this beautiful lotus. And 41, Emperor energy and Magician energy. So you could be putting down a foundation with your own gift, your own spiritual gifts here. Beautiful. You could be making something happen with your gifts. And look, enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. So it feels like you're entering your soul's calling or your soul path. Beautiful. 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 So it marks the point you have now reached with your gifts and abilities and light. The lotus within you awakens. And remember, it says, always interpret the issues on the card in a positive way and as if they were already resolved. 41, beautiful. So your power animal, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is on page 113, which is 5 again. So like Hierophant energy, spiritual growth, beautiful. You could be becoming a Hierophant yourself, leading others. Maybe that's what's blossoming inside of you. Anyway. So your power animal is a koi fish. Your number is 5, healing crystal ruby. When you hold this card in your hands, or I hold it in my hands for you, my friend, all the choirs of angels will be looking down upon you. You are now ready and will surpass yourself and become an inspiration. Yes! For all beings in all worlds, in all times and all dimensions. You will awaken and follow your soul path as a master, as a Hierophant. This is amazing. I'm like a little too excited right now. Think about the image of the lotus on the card. The lotus has its roots in the mud of a lake bed and grows towards the light, just like you. It rises, didn't I say the muck? It rises up through the murky water at the bottom of the lake, just as you outgrow your base feelings and emotions. However, its final goal is yet to come. It grows up through the clear water, just below the surface, and finally unfurls its beauty, but only when it has found the light, again, just like you. Its fragrance, its true beauty, is at last released into the air, the element of pure thought, pure spirit, and wisdom. Have you run a marathon? Because, like, has it been a long, hard journey for you? Because I am out of breath right now. I feel like I've walked up a mountain. Hang on. And all I've been doing is sitting here. You've been doing all the work, and I feel exhausted. Whew. The path that it follows from the mud of the lake bed through to the surface cannot spoil its faultless beauty, dim its radiance, or distort its bewitching magical scent. All that the lotus is, you are too. It represents rebirth, fertility, clarity, purity, and perfection. Its fragrance, however, is its true magic, as it transports us, liberating us from the illusion of time. Your soul is like the fragrance of the lotus. You can walk in all times, all worlds, in all dimensions. Seriously, I'm out of breath for some reason. Interesting. You might think that you are none of these things, nor are you wise or a master, but know that there is no time. Everything is now. Start to believe. You yourself are the light from the future that shines on and guides you. You have long since been a master in light on high. Beautiful. Whew. Again, has it been a long journey for you? Because you can hear me. I feel like I've just walked up a mountain or like a really long set of stairs. And it's making me think of the Hierophant card in the Light Seers Tarot, where someone has to climb, you know, that spiritual ladder to enlightenment. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I've just walked up a long flight of stairs. Interesting. So, you know, you could have some doubt around you right now, whether you actually have this gift. And if you feel like you have this gift, your higher self has shone a light on that for a reason, and you need to trust that. Like if you have that voice within you telling you that you can be a leader and that you can help people, you need to follow that. You need to follow the wisps, follow the signs, follow the synchronicities. This is beautiful. Clearly, you're someone who has been through it, you know? Oh my goodness. So that's the present. What you're going through at present, you're going through a rebirth. And you know what? Evolution, rebirths can feel messy. So don't beat yourself up if you feel one day like you're blossoming and the next day like you're stuck in the mud. It's all part of the process. It's not a straight line. It's more like this. Anyway, beautiful. So now we're going to look at, I think this is the unresolved one. Let me look at this for a minute, actually. I wanted to read to you the numbers because the power numbers on these cards are important as well. Number 5 tells you that you have a deep connection with the divine source and that nothing can prevent wisdom from finding its way to you. Your current priorities are fidelity, reliability, and loyalty. Focus on them and concentrate on healing them in both the world outside and within your inner world. Number 5 brings protection, giving you the freedom to act more boldly. And it's Emperor energy, and the Emperor makes bold moves. So perhaps you're someone who's about to make a bold move and start using your powers for the greater good. Its energy field is centering, bringing the strength that always recognizes and recreates itself at the end of a soul path, along with meditation, belief, and insight. All right, so the next one reveals that there is a current but as yet unsolved problem, something that is blocked and wishes to be healed. Always interpret this card negatively and or as if the issue is yet to be resolved. Interesting. So this is something that's an unresolved problem that is blocked. So what is your unresolved problem? What is the current blockage? The love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. So this is something that's blocked. Here's another one. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Within it, you will find the gift of an awakening. Interesting. So, 26. Interesting. This could be about self-love. "26, your number is 8. So let's just go back and read your number, because that's part of the message. Number 8 tells you now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of light that opens your mind and delivers the strength to create something that will last for all time, should you want it to do so. Number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. And your power animal for the next 21 days is a dragon. So you have dragons to look out for and koi fish, the number 5 and the number 8. Okay, so this is what's blocked. This is what's blocked. So we're looking at this card as this is something you need to heal within yourself. Interesting. Your truth is reflected in the eyes of your dragon, and the love of the divine source of all beings sparkles within them. Your dragon is calling on you to become a truly loving person. When you are united with your dragon and have a profound understanding of what your dragon is, you create an energy field that will guide you into your own blessed light, into a realm of truth and wisdom. With your dragon's eyes, you will see more. With your dragon's heart, you will feel more. And with your dragon's mind, you will understand the spirit of all things. So this is interesting. Again, I feel like I'm out of breath. On the bottom of the deck, when we first started, we had judgment. So it could be that you're in something that maybe you're struggling with is the judgment of others. You could be at the point of your journey where you're needing to release that judgment of others and embody unconditional love. And that means we don't judge anybody. It means that you see through that veil. This is 2 and 6. So High Priestess energy, Lover's energy. Like I said, seeing through that veil, High Priestess, and embodying love for all beings, even the ones who make mistakes and are, you know, I'm being called to, I have this funny affirmation deck, and it calls, one of the things it calls people is defensive wieners. You even have compassion for them. It's like when you embody, when you truly love yourself and have forgiven yourself, you're able to look at everyone else without judgment. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting with that judgment card. And then with this is something that's blocked within you. So you may be someone who, you know, still has resentment for someone, perhaps an ex, someone you're in no contact with, Hanged Man energy, because we were seeing that. It could be that you're still holding on to resentment from your childhood. It could be that you still judge others, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm hearing. Again, I don't know what you've been through, but I feel like I can't breathe correctly in this pile. It's really strange. I keep taking big, deep breaths, like I've been through a journey. It does sound like you have some kind of ego death to go through where you release judgment of others and you release attachment to specific outcomes, things like that. It could be that you're still struggling with your own lover's connection with yourself and your own spirituality. There could still be ego there. There could still be tests. Anyway, I'm really into it. I don't know where I left off, so I'm just going to start at this paragraph. With your dragon's eyes, you will see more. With your dragon's heart, you will feel more. With your dragon's mind, you will understand the spirit of all things. Your dragon's love will heal every aspect of your being. You will perceive the true reason why you are here. Through the fire of love, this being will dissolve all of the conditioning of the past that could divert you from the path of your truth. When you are your own pure truth, you will be able to make decisions that are worthy of you and your soul path, free from fear and your lower self. So that's basically what I was trying to say, is that maybe you are still learning how to release your lower self. Maybe you still have bits of your lower self that need to fall away. I'm going to get tarot, though, to confirm. The love of your dragon is guiding you out of the shadows and into the light, judgment energy, onto the path for which you are intended. It is only on this path, lined with your wisdom and self-awareness, that you will find your truth and hear the whisper of your soul. So it could be that you're just awakening, but you're still kind of doubting yourself. Maybe you're still trying to figure out what your soul path is. All right, and then the third card. Something that lies in your future, and you should always interpret this as an entirely positive manner. Everything the card tells you has been resolved and is in the light. Beautiful. Once you have healed the current issue revealed by the second card, you will sense its kind of benevolent resonance within you. The first and the third cards can be seen as helping energies. Ask them for help in resolving the issue from the second card so that the gift that still remains hidden behind a veil may be revealed. Interesting. Well, there you go. Something that lies in your future. What lies in your future, my dear friend? What lies in your future? We have the courage to be free. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. This is beautiful. This is 28. Interesting. And look, you are unique. Be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. And that's really when you balance masculine and feminine energies and you can move forward as, you know, your authentic self. It's beautiful. So it looks like in the future, you have the courage to let go. You have the courage to be that empress and to find your soul path and to listen to that little whisper that's trying to direct you on the right path. So this is 28, so I'm guessing your number is 10. No, your number is 1. Interesting. That makes sense. So I'm just going to get the number for you. Number 1 tells you that you are a magician priestess and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now in particular in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise. So listen to this. While I was shuffling, I was picking up on the energy of maybe someone who's trying or is like lover's energy, connection with someone where you're in Hanged Man energy. And I find it interesting that this person is on a swing, and that's very symbolic of Hanged Man energy / the Fool, you know, like Hanged Man energy where you're just kind of gaining a different perspective, and then the Fool where you kind of jump off the swing. You know, like when you're a kid and you jump off. Anyway, I think this is really interesting because this is kind of telling me that you needed that solitude from whoever, whatever it was, Hanged Man energy. You needed that solitude to be able to grow and to listen to your inner self and to have quiet within yourself to realize your soul path. And maybe you haven't realized your soul path yet, but this is telling you that you will. And that you're a priestess or a magician priestess. Number 1 promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, the pure spirit of the subtle world. Beautiful. So your power animal is a lynx, and your number is 1. What does freedom mean to you? Where do you think it lies? Do you think it can be found in money, power, recognition, or enlightenment? Freedom commences where desire ceases. Freedom exists only in the present. You cannot plan for it or save for it in a freedom piggy bank to make use of later. Live in the moment and live freely. And this is your future. Look at you, free as a bird. Freedom is wherever you happen to be. Look around you and seek it out. Invite it in right now into a moment that is full of potential, including the chance of freedom. Be open to it and use that freedom sometimes to behave a little irrationally or rashly, and perhaps increasingly often. Every now and then, it will give you the courage to pick yourself up and to smile at the idea of acting responsibly without wishing in any way to degenerate or disregard common sense, since freedom is magnanimous and can therefore accept everything with ease. Pile 1, I feel for you. I am out of breath in your pile. This has never happened to me before. When you are free in your own self, you are at one with your life purpose. And this is your future, at one with yourself, because you found your love dragon, and you and your love dragon fell in love with each other. That's you. Your love dragon is you. When you are free in your own self, you are at one with your life's purpose. You feel bound to nothing and to no one. It is only then that everything will flow through you freely and that the perfect light of great potential will find its way to you unchallenged. To be free means to love everything without wishing to understand, without asking for meaning or reward. What will you do now? Hear your soul asked softly, what do you desire? And when you have found your answer, be sure to act upon it. And learn that the freedom can only be found on the path of truth. Beautiful. Beautiful, my friends. So we're going to get tarot. I can't get over how out of breath I am in this. I'm going to have to look that up because I've never experienced something quite like that before. Interesting. We have the Queen of Swords on the bottom, and this is talking a lot about finding your inner truth, you know, finding your authentic self, learning how to listen to that authentic voice within you and then express it. Beautiful. Independent, intelligent, honesty, fair, clear boundaries, direct communication, constructive criticism, objective, logical. Maybe you're an air sign. Anyway, what we're going to do... Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I cut right open to the King of Swords. What the what's that about? So I can't ignore the fact that I was getting lover's energy, a connection that maybe you felt attached to or attached to the outcome, that maybe you had to release or you had to go through separation in order to find yourself and to grow and evolve and to maybe find your soul purpose, you know, so that you can meet your match. And I think it's very interesting that I have the King and Queen of Swords right away. That's a match, you know, maybe you and someone else, future person, past person, whatever. Maybe you're both the same element. It doesn't have to be air, but maybe you're both the same element. Anyway, very interesting. It's reminding me of counterpart energy. I'm not going to lie, this whole thing, because it feels like it's been a long journey. It feels like counterparts or soul connections, Hierophant connections, that the purpose of it was for you to find your higher self, to fall in love with yourself. And then, and only then, can you come into union with that person. Take it as it resonates. Anyway, that is just too interesting for me. That was neat. It is giving me counterpart energy, I'm not gonna lie. And then, you know, when you find your soul's calling, then you call in your perfect match, whoever that is for you. We have the Fool. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? What was I saying about Hanged Man energy and taking a leap of, or like the Fool, taking a leap of faith off that swing? So interesting. And this is also symbolic of you taking a leap of faith towards your own future. New beginnings, innocence, originality, fearlessness, free spirit, fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, spontaneity, leap of faith. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now we have the King of Pentacles. How interesting. The plot thickens. With King of Pentacles, that could be that can be very symbolic of your soul path here. That could be very symbolic of your soul path because these cards are talking about you leading other people. And I feel like this soul path could be what brings you financial abundance and financial freedom. You know, very interesting energy. Abundance. Let's just shuffle one more time. We have the Four of Wands. How nice. What is happening? 11/11, homecoming, celebration, harmony, marriage, family, friends, reunions, community, gatherings, stability, belonging. And that doesn't have to just be about union with this King of Swords, whoever they are. This can be about you. I'm seeing a high priestess or a magician who taps into their power and finds their soul path, and then finds their community and has a sense of belonging, you know? And it's also this have the courage to be free. That is also Four of Wands energy, because Four of Wands energy is when you have that foundation within you, possibly around you as well in your outer world, and you feel free, you know, free spirit, you feel free. Beautiful. Well, how nice for you, pile one. And I'm not out of breath anymore. Nice. Okay, so we have the World. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Completion. Oh my goodness. And I'm not out of breath anymore. See? Completion, integration, accomplishment, world travel, bigger picture, evolution, fulfillment, harmony, sense of belonging again. Beautiful. So your higher self is telling you you're going to have a sense of belonging, you know, once you find yourself, once you find your soul path, once you let go and embrace your love dragon. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go present energy. I'm just going to open this book so I can see it. Present energy, where you find yourself right now. Present energy. Present energy. We have the Ace of Wands, beautiful. And the Six of Pentacles. And we've got the Six of Cups on the bottom. So you could have been doing a lot of childhood healing. It says nostalgia, childhood or the past, memories, familiarity, gifts, innocence, reunion, joy, healing, comfort, sentimentality. Sentimentality, is that how you say it? Pleasure. Six of Cups. And this, the lotus within you awakens. It talked about having to go through mud and go through healing. And I feel like that's you. Spiritual awakening, Ace of Wands. We have new project, inspiration, ignited passion. So maybe you found your inner soul spark. I'm not saying you have to be ready to take that soul spark and turn it into a business. That's not what I'm saying. But you're finding things that light up your soul. You know, your inner lotus is starting to shine. Ignited passion, new opportunities, growth, potential, energy, creative spark, new initiative, enthusiasm, beautiful. And we also have Six of Pentacles energy. So giving and receiving, help, generosity, charity, sharing wealth, gratitude, support, community, material help. And we have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, I'm hearing that maybe you went through getting help from an advisor about some of your childhood wounding or something to do with your past. The Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups gives me the energy of like someone helping you heal some of those wounds, like a therapist or someone who maybe you even look up to as a Hierophant energy. It could even be like a tarot reader. And you have ignited passion within you, this little soul spark happening, and it's lovely. Now, I want to grab my grubby little book here because whoops, it's upside down. Because I want to look specifically at career, inspired at work, creative projects, passion for work, excitement and passion in love, flirtation, romance, attraction. So right now it feels like you're following your instincts and you're motivated about something. You're motivated about maybe giving other people help, helping other people. You could be someone who's receiving help from a therapist. I know when I started therapy, it was like she lit a little candle within me and I was like, I want to shine it on everybody. Like I was, you know, I felt excited because she was giving me hope that I could heal these things. So I felt really empowered. Anyway, and then we'll do Six of Pentacles as well. I like to look at the career ones because I do a lot of love readings. So the Six of Pentacles suggests that you are in a secure enough position to give to others without affecting your own stability. So you're feeling more balanced. And again, it feels like there's this little spark inside of you telling you that you're ready to put something into action here, Emperor energy, Magician energy, so that you can help others heal. Beautiful. This also could have to do with love. Like, I was trying not to make this about love, but it could be that you've hit a point in your journey where you are ready for love, either a soulmate to come in, because to me, it looks like you're looking very balanced. And this could be a soulmate coming in, or it could be someone from the past returning. Take it as it resonates. So now we're going to look at something that is blocked and needs to be healed. So what is blocked? What is currently blocked and needs to heal? We have the Hermit. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So we have isolation. It's a blockage, so we take it in reverse. We have isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, being stuck, repeating past mistakes. Very interesting. Loneliness, antisocial, rejection. So you could be dealing, you could still have some rejection wounds. You could still have resentment towards someone who rejected you. You could still be withdrawing yourself from certain situations rather than dealing with it. It's possible that because you're kind of in this energy of judgment, you could be given tests and you could be repeating some patterns and not even realizing you're repeating them. Very interesting. You could struggle with loneliness. You know, you could feel like you have empowered yourself and you want to help others, but you could still be longing for that King of Swords or for someone new. And this love, the love of your dragon reaches out to you is about finding that love within yourself. And once you find that love within yourself, you can no longer experience loneliness. And I trigger a lot of people when I say that, but that's what Hermit energy is when you find your higher self, and therefore you know you can never be alone because you always have your higher self. I'm not saying that doesn't mean we don't hope for someone to share our life with, or that we're not allowed to hope for someone to share our life with, but it really does take away that loneliness. So maybe you're struggling with loneliness right now because this journey is no joke. Like, I was out of breath for a reason, and it can be very isolating and you can lose people, family. So maybe you're struggling with loneliness right now. Anyway, we also have, I'm going to take this. We have the Eight of Swords because this is what I was feeling with judgment. Perhaps, you know, there's still an awakening you have to have. We have self-imposed prison of thoughts, limiting and negative thoughts, victim mentality, trapped, helpless, powerlessness, victim. So you could still struggle, whatever. You could still struggle with overthinking, with negative thoughts, especially if you're a high priestess. You would be getting tests from your higher self to see. I'm talking about ego tests, like times where you feel hopeless and like this is all for nothing and you should just give it all up because it's pointless. Very interesting. The bottom says, so this is what is blocking you. We have release, surrender, facing fears. So you could still be afraid to let yourself be free here, because this says in the future, you finally have the courage to be free. So you could still be struggling with speaking your authentic truth. You could still be struggling with putting yourself out there or being vulnerable. Interesting. You could still be struggling with surrendering to this journey. Like I said, ego tests where your little ego monster tries to take the reins and, you know, mess you all up for a little while. Anyway, that's what we're seeing. It could also be that, you know, you are in separation with someone. That could be something that is still, you know, if you're in separation with someone and you're still holding on to that and you're still thinking about it all the time, that can also cause resistance. We're going to look at the third card, which is about your future. So let's look at your future. We have the courage to be free. Actually, before we move on, I promised I was going to look at career. Hermit for career as a blockage. Interesting. It does talk about something that's blocking you is realigning. You need to realign. Where is this? Realigning career to internal goals. So it feels like, it does feel like your higher self is trying to put you on the path of your true calling. What should be your career, maybe not what is currently your day job. How interesting. We also have, we have outcast at work. So you could feel very alone at work. Remember we talked about rejection and loneliness. So you could feel, like in your day job, you could feel very disconnected from the people you work with. Like they don't align with your soul's calling type of thing. An 8 of Swords. Can't change careers, fear of job changes. So this is something that's blocking you, you know. I can resonate with this. I can give you a few examples. I worked for a really bad company once where there was a lot of gaslighting and a lot of abuse, and I was never on the side of the abuse, so I didn't really get it, or like I saw it, but I was like on the sidelines. I feel horrible for saying that. And I was also someone who was afraid to speak up because I was afraid of getting that because of my childhood. So I was like this silent, like, yes, boss, no, boss. And I would sit there and listen to, you know, the abuse happen. I'm not proud of it. And then I became a target of that at work. And when I left there, I felt so much better. I had been there for like 5 years and it just drained me. And when I left, my mother worked with me. And when I left, I said to my mom, it's not worth it to work there. And she would always be like, well, no one else will hire me. I'm too old. She always had an excuse, like no one else will pay me that much. I'd have to start at the bottom. That's something that blocked her. And she's still in that unhappy job, like 10 years later, 15 years later, not happy, very low vibrational energy. But she had, that's what was blocking her, fear of not being able to find another job. For me, I went through a stage where my higher self was telling me to start doing this. And my brain was like, no, you can't do that. Stay with your old job. You know you can make money from that job. I had a fear of changing jobs, and you could be going through something where your higher self is telling you this is your path and trying to push you on your soul path, and maybe you're resisting it. And you might find that you're starting to experience lack or problems or tower moments in your other job. And that's the universe giving you a sign like this job is not for you. Your higher self knows you have a better path. Anyway, there's my little ramble. Dependence on jobs. So you could be very dependent on your current job and afraid to take that leap of faith, you know? Anyway, as soon as I started talking about that job where I used to work, I'm like all out of breath again. All right, so let's look at your future. Let's see what the future has for you. Have the courage to be free. So let's see your future, my friend. Beautiful. So these are to be taken in an entirely positive manner, which I love. So we're going to do this. So we have death and rebirth, big changes, moving on, transformation, transition, endings, letting go, release, starting anew. And we have moving on, self-forgiveness, hope returns, recovery, overcoming grief and negativity, acceptance, finding peace, and contentment. And beautiful, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles shows me that whatever it is that your soul path is going to bring you material success. It's going to bring you material abundance. you're going to experience that feeling that you don't need anyone else because you've got your own back, you know? Very beautiful energy. So we have nurturing, practical, generous, welcoming, sensible, luxurious, caring, homebody, good business sense, working parent. Beautiful. I'm actually going to put that right here, and I'm also going to take this card because we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have workmanship, mastering your craft, focus, dedication, hard work, skill development, talent, high standards, commitment, expertise. So we see you perfecting your craft. We see you investing in yourself. Like I said, when you hit that point where you know you have everything within you, Queen of Pentacles, that's when you start to attract abundance. I do see renewal energy here as well. So it's possible that in the future you have a renewal with someone. Take it as it resonates. Like I said, I wasn't trying to make it about love today. But I still feel it. I feel a renewal in this pile. I'm not going to lie. The Queen of Pentacles depicts a level of success, prosperity, luxury, stability, and home abundance. She knows how and when to show love, be it domestically or sensually. Do not mistake her for being only a homebody. Alongside all of these motherly attributes, she can plan business ventures and execute her plans successfully. Beautiful. And we have, for love, stability, abundance, nurturing, kind partner, domestic comfort, career, talented business person, mentor. So mentor, leading others. Hello. Yay. Financial security, responsible with finances, good deals. Beautiful. And we have, I'm just going to read them all to you. We have the Eight of Pentacles, moments in your life when you were dedicated to completing a certain task. You were fully immersed and you were committed to delivering the best version of your work. Beautiful. Achieved relationship goal in your future, whatever that means to you. Cultivating a relationship. That's what I mean. It's like you're either cultivating a relationship with someone new or you have a renewal happening. Beautiful. Career, dedication, promotion, developing skills, showing talent. Finance, financial rewards, becoming financially independent. Yes. And we're going to go to death and rebirth. I'm so excited for you. It's actually one of the most positive cards in the deck. It represents a transformative process of death and rebirth. The death card signals one major phase in your life is ending and a new one is starting. Have the courage to be free. Rebirth. I'm so excited for you. Changes in romantic life. Beautiful. Rebirth. Career transition. Leaving unfulfilling career. Hello. I love it. Changing your view of money. And Five of Cups. Moving on from the past. Healing old wounds. Yes. Oh, job loss leading to a better position. So this is what I mean. What happened to me is the universe said, here's a tower. I'm going to take away your finances from your day job. And I'm going to tell you over and over again that I want you to be a light worker. And if the tower is when the universe, you know, the universe will warn you, okay? And they'll give you a warning. So you can either crawl down out of the tower voluntarily before it explodes, or you can be thrown out of it head first. And I chose to stay in that tower and be thrown out head first. So I hit rock bottom before I actually said, fine, I'll be a light worker. I had to like hit rock bottom. I'm not going to talk about it. But it says job loss leading to a better position. So for some of you, maybe, you know, you're hesitant about leaving that past job and maybe you lose that job as a way of the universe saying, it's done now. Like, let it go. Let that job go. You deserve better. Example, like if my mom was fired, that would be the universe doing the right thing for her, you know? Anyway. Relief from financial loss, rebuilding financial security. Beautiful. See? Beautiful. Beautiful. So that is what we have for you, my friend. We're going to get you some, I wanted to get you just some message cards from the universe, your higher self, whatever you resonate with, okay? Whatever you resonate with, that's what these are for. So let's see what you need to know, my friend. What messages do you need to know? Interesting. We have opportunity. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desires. That's beautiful. That's like Spirit saying, yes, go for it. Make out with your inner dragon. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. So you've already helped someone because your little light is shining already. You're already helping people. Heart cards are heart cards are hard to shuffle. Bad joke. Action. Drop all fear and just do it. Yes, Ace of Wands. Just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart at your love dragon and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is a positive confirmation from your God and the angels, or whatever you believe in, that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. See? Do you see? Beautiful. So my friends, that was your reading. I hope it resonated. Actually, I need to get this one because this one is reminding me of the love dragon. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. And I have to say, the one underneath this is jewel. So now I have to read this one because this one says jewel. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust, we, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust, there is nothing to fear. There is only love. I had to read that to you because this one says jewel. Beautiful. So I'm sending you lots of love and light, Pile 1, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this black obsidian and pile number 2, then this is going to be a reading about what your higher self wants you to know. So we're going to do a spread today that talks about the present energy. And the second card will talk about a current but unresolved problem, something that is blocked that needs to be healed. And then the third card shows what lies in your future. And I'm going to be talking about numbers as well, whatever numbers, the 3 numbers that come out on these cards, we'll talk about those as well. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. Let's get into it. We have the courage to be free. Success and happiness are coming. Interesting. So you could be going through a rebirth right now where you're starting to see abundance. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but that's what I'm seeing so far. We have the time is right. This is what I mean. It feels like something is happening for you, something amazing. New beginning, perhaps, new love, I don't know. The Tree of Wishes is calling your name, and this card talks about something that you've been manifesting, something that you've been hoping for coming into fruition. So maybe that's the energy that you're in right now, Or maybe this is something that you're trying, an old wish that you're trying to manifest. Interesting. So let's look at it. We have a new strategy is required, which was what? That's so crazy. That's what was on the bottom of the deck when I first started shuffling. So it could be that you're changing your approach to something. You're trying a new strategy. Perhaps you need to. I wanted to point out this carnelian heart that, carnelian, yes, that my son gave me for Mother's Day. One of my many children. Anyway, it's not something I would have picked out for myself, so it means a lot to me. And I just wanted to point it out as carnelian symbolizes energy, warmth, and joy. Carnelian is thought to enhance self-esteem and creativity and combat feelings of inadequacy. So beautiful. But yeah, so we're going to look at the present moment where you find yourself right now. It marks the point you have now reached with your gifts and abilities, your light. Always interpret the issues on the card in a positive way and as if they were already resolved. So whatever comes out here, we're supposed to be treating it like the issues are already resolved. So right away, the fact that we have a new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. That's what I was feeling, that something, you've changed your approach or you've changed your strategy and that this is about to come in for you. Love and happiness. We had a couple of cards talking about how, you know, something great is about to happen to you. So the present moment. We have a light-filled angel is at your side. It watches you over you at every dark doorway, 38. Interesting, which equals 11. So you could be very in tune with the fact that we have 38 here. You could feel very strong in your Empress energy or your feminine energy. Maybe you've learned how to nurture yourself and love yourself and have confidence. And that's why something is about to manifest for you or is already manifesting because, you know, this says always interpret this card in a positive way. So let's see, 38. So your master number is 11. Master number 11. So your lucky number is 11. And we're going to read what that means for you. I told you I was going to do this. Where is the master numbers in this book? It doesn't say. They have twice the power of the regular number. All right. Do I have to look? I'm going to look in my other book. Hang on. Because I think it's in here. I just knocked the Ace of Cups off the deck, so that could be symbolic. I said new love, new beginning. 11 is a master number, and as the name implies, represents energies or vibrations that are more highly evolved than ordinary numbers. There's a high level of intuition, creativity, and illumination. The appearance of master number 11 is a call to take the path of deeper spiritual fulfillment. It indicates an opportunity to fulfill ourselves in new and deeper ways. So to me, it feels like you've already taken the pathway of spiritual enlightenment and surrendering, and possibly letting your intuition guide you. And it's number 1 in this book says, I'm almost there. Tells you that you are a magician priestess and that now and then you will require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now in particular in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise. Number 1 promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, the pure spirit of the subtle world. And this is something you've already achieved. This is your present energy. So you're already in this energy where you're learning how to harness your spiritual power and surrender to the spiritual path. That's what it feels like. And it feels like you're about to be rewarded for that. Like I said, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups came off the top of the tarot deck. Love, new relationship, compassion, creativity, new emotions, emotional awakening, deeper feelings, proposal, spirituality, intimacy. So, and your power animal for the next 21 days is a panther. So if you see a panther, it's a sign that you're on the right path. In some of the decks I have, the panther is on the sword cards, specifically like the Queen of Swords. So maybe, you know your authentic truth, I see this as being, well, I haven't even read the card, but I see this energy as you surrendering to the light, surrendering to your spiritual path, and you don't really care what anybody else says, you know your truth. The path of your soul is a path full of light, but here in the world, the danger of being led astray by darkness lurks everywhere. You have drawn this card as protection. Place it somewhere visible over the course of the next few days. It represents a warning. Be aware of the actions you take, stay centered, and ideally do not go out, avoiding conversations where they are not necessary. Try to postpone as much as possible until next week. Now, remember, this is energy that you've already been through. So you've already been through this energy. You've already been intuitively guided to maybe be in hanged man energy with someone or from a situation. You've already been guided to pull your energy back and to change your approach. So it feels like you've already been through this. Do not let anger or other low energies influence your decisions. You would regret it bitterly and perhaps even lose something of great value. Do not make any decisions. Be brave, clever, and smart. Trust your feelings more than your intellect. And remember, we had the Panther, Queen of Swords, intellect, logicalness. I feel this is the energy. I'm looking at someone who can possibly, who is spiritually awakened and who can see through other people's egos. 38, it feels like you're in this Empress energy where you can see and reflect and hold your words back if you see that someone is acting in a way that's not logical, doesn't make sense. Very interesting energy. Put your trust in the angel at your side. Be sensitive to the balance of emotions in your heart. Acknowledge your lies and let them go. And again, remember, I said that this is something you've already conquered. So you are someone who presently you're learning to listen to your higher self. You're learning to, watch your reactions. You're learning to look at things from an intuitive standpoint rather than a deeply logical one, if that makes sense. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to other people, I'm seeing you as someone who right now, if someone acts in a way, like if someone comes towards you in low vibrational energy, projecting on you, accusing you, whatever it is, I feel like you have that inner light and can see through that veil of the ego. And you can see, that's not about me, that's about them. That has nothing to do with me and my inner light. Beautiful energy. So that's what we're seeing. The next one is what's blocking you and needs to be healed. An unresolved problem, something is blocked and wishes to be healed. Always interpret this card negatively, and if the issue is yet to be resolved. So this one, the negative things of that card, Spirit was telling me you've already resolved. That's how we're looking at this. So this one is not resolved. So let's see what this is. What is currently blocking you? That's interesting. I'm being called to take a different card, but I want to talk about this card. Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Now this one feels right to you, to this pile. When this one came out, it immediately felt wrong, and I'm still going to explain it. It came out in pile 1 in the same position, so I will talk about it. You could be someone who currently struggles with loving yourself, or currently struggles with resentment. Only take that if it resonates. To me, that's not the energy I'm looking at within you. To me, I feel like I'm looking at someone who's tapped into their intuition, tapped into their inner child, tapped into their higher self. Actually, maybe your connection with your inner child is blocked because it's coming out in the blocked position. But this love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. Does talk about, you know, maybe you still struggle with looking at people with judgment, or maybe you still struggle with self-love, your connection with your higher self. Like I said, it didn't feel right for this pile, but I wanted to talk about it. This is the one I want to talk about. This one felt right immediately. And I want to point out that we have 1111 here, because we have 38 and 29. So we have 1111. So master number 11 again for you. Very interesting. So your power animal for the next 21 days is an otter. I love that. So this is telling me that you are, you know, you've surrendered to this spiritual journey, but you still have childhood wounds that need to be healed. This is what this card is talking about. And that maybe you're still trying to tap into your inner child. It can be hard to tap into your inner child. One thing that you can do is you can do meditations where you actually go back, you visualize going back through time to a situation where you had trauma or something in your childhood that you can remember, because some of us can't remember because of trauma. And you kind of connect with your inner child. You connect with child version of you in that moment of trauma, and you support them and you show them love, and then you take their hand and lead them out of that situation, and then it's healed or whatever. Doing that can actually unlock other childhood wounds. So when I started doing that, I started with the ones I could remember. And then when I would do the meditation, I started having memories that I had suppressed for like 30 plus years. So you could have some suppressed, is that the right word? Suppressed childhood wounds. You could have a blockage when it comes to connecting with your inner child. So ways that you can connect with your inner child is to think about what you like to do as a kid and to start doing those things. Trash, there's the trash man. So what I started doing was, like, I started coloring, I started doing art, I started dabbling with tarot cards and magic and believing in magic again. I started collecting, like, when I was a kid, I had a rough childhood, and I remember, you know, I remember going through group homes and like random people's houses, and over the years I lost all my stuff that I had as a kid. So one of the things I started doing was I started embracing my childhood spirit, and I started buying myself toys and like stuffed animals. Anyway, dancing, going to the park with my kids and swinging on the swings, playing. Anyway, I'm rambling. Oh my goodness. Heed the voice of the child within. It does not speak to you with words, but with the silent language of the heart. Your inner child cannot lie. It speaks with purity and truth. See or feel how it smiles. You are now ready to encounter beautiful moments on your soul path. You have become wiser and freer, and you celebrate and have fun whenever you wish. Your inner child is delighted by your wildness and renewed playfulness. And this is something that's blocked from you. So it's saying all this, but Spirit's telling you this is what's blocked from you right now. And when it's unblocked, this is how you will feel. So when this is unblocked, you will celebrate and have fun whenever you wish. Your inner child is delighted by your wildness and renewed playfulness. Put flowers in your hair, have fun with your inner child, and grant him or her a wish. In return, you will receive a gift that this world cannot buy, time. The inner child within you has the power to expand time. It can take you to places where time passes more slowly. So you could be someone who's always looking at your watch. You could be someone who has yet to find activities where you stop caring about time. And that's how you know your inner child is happy, when you're doing something and your logical mind isn't thinking about the time, because time's an illusion. When you are tapped into your inner child, you lose all sense of time. Think of a kid who has no sense of time. Like, they just think they have all day to play and have fun. Anyway, so find things you lose time in. Find things that you lose yourself in, where you stop looking at your phone. You stop caring if you're missing a message or it's a certain time. Beautiful. It's interesting. I feel called to tell you something crazy that I'm doing, which is I had a childhood toy that meant a lot to me that somewhere along the way I lost it. And I've always remembered this toy. And I've always thought about it. I found out when I was like 35 that I'm autistic. And I had this stuffed animal when I was a kid that I would stim with. I didn't know I was stimming. But I would like rub it. And it's funny because my daughter does the same thing to her elephant. She rubs the tusks for comfort. Anyway, a few years ago when I was spiritually awakening, I looked up this toy that I had when I was a kid. It's a stuffed animal. And I saw it on eBay for like, or not eBay, Etsy for like hundreds of dollars. And I was like, well, I'm never going to be able to afford that. And then last week, out of nowhere, this thing popped into my head. So I went onto eBay and I found it on eBay. And I'm currently bidding on it. The bid ends tonight. But it's like, I feel crazy that I'm bidding on a stuffed animal for like, I'm not even going to lie to you. My bid is $80 for a stuffed animal that's from the 80s. And my logical brain tells me I should be ashamed, but my inner child is screaming, I want that stuffed animal. Like, anyway, I find it interesting that this card came out because it says, grant him or her a wish and you will be rewarded. And that's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. Like, I don't even know why I'm doing it. My inner child wants this little stuffed animal. But that's a way to connect with your inner child. You know, think of a toy you had when you were a kid. Look it up on eBay, get it, explore that, you know? Anyway, thanks for listening. Play, enjoy yourself, rise above the absurd construct of time in which you live, but which in truth has absolutely nothing to do with you. Hear the whispers that reach you gently and softly. Live your life in play and you are free of time. So the little otter, you know, I feel called to bring out otter. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. And when out of balance, so this is what's blocking you. Gloomy sighs make silly excuses. So you could be someone who, like, your inner child wants to color and then you're like, oh, well, I don't really have the time. I have to work and I have to do this. Maybe next week I'll color, or whatever it is. You could be someone who has been spiritually awakening and you've been meaning to look at your childhood wounds and reconnect with your inner child, but maybe you've just been putting it off. Anyway, take it as it resonates. This is also about, I'm just going to read it. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would your life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The Otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to a place, to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. And the amount of what it feels like when you found your inner child is that you found that pure joy. And like, people comment all the time on my laugh. And why do you laugh at everything? Because I found my inner child and I have this kind of playful energy for life now. Anyway, that's what's blocking you right now, my friend. And let's look at the future. I'm just going to mention this because we have the time of guilt and shame ends now. Forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. And this is on the bottom for a blockage. So you could be worried about what people think of you. You know, you could be worried about what people think of your inner child or your playful side. You could be someone who's, you know, on the spectrum, who was taught that it wasn't okay to make noise and take up space when you were younger, you know? Anyway, let's see the next one, which is what's in your future. Something that lies in your future, interpret it in an entirely positive manner. Everything the card tells you has been resolved and is in light. So whatever this next card says, Spirit says it's in light, so you conquer it. So let's see what is in your future, my friend. We have follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. 2, High Priestess energy. So you could be someone who has High Priestess energy within you. You know, maybe you don't even know. It shows you following your soul path when in the future here. And nobody's stopping you. It's like you're freeing your inner child and nobody can stop you. Nobody can tell you, you know, oh, we have released your creative energies, make use of them in your life. So it feels like you're finding your soul path and making use of your creativity. Like maybe you start painting and realize that you're a painter. Maybe you start writing. Maybe when you were a kid, you liked to write. And maybe you start to write again and you tap into that inner child and it brings you, you realize that that's your soul path, that your creativity was meant to be shared with the world. Beautiful. We have 2. So your power animal is a stag, which gives me Emperor energy. Master number 2, which is High Priestess. Number 2 reveals that you are not alone with the issue on the card you have drawn. Look for support from someone who will work through the issue with you, such as a friend or a teacher in the outside world. A harmonious environment and good advice from a wise heart are more crucial than ever for you now. Ensure that all forms of communication are calm and peaceful, even with yourself. Which is interesting because this card says that you've learned to remain calm in communication. Interesting. Number 2 teaches you that you need an opposite, another person, in order to help you become self-aware and to grow. Its energy field promotes self-awareness, groundedness, stability, and reflection. So this mentions another person. So it could be that you meet someone who you go into business with. Maybe you meet a lover who inspires you. Take it as it resonates. And this is beautiful because this is your future. Now is the time to follow the path of your soul. Do not let negative vibrations in the outside world distract you. All of your spiritual helpers will now receive a powerful support from the divine source of all being in order to better guide you with speed and purpose towards happiness and fulfillment. Place the stag, a subtle fellow traveler, at the head of all your energetic companions and follow it. The whole universe supports you and sends you the divine light of clarity and an unwavering determination. Do not squander this great moment being gifted to you. Open all of your senses and chakras. Allow everything that is now flowing to you to flow through you. You are at the threshold of a path that will take you to a higher dimension and expanded consciousness. Make use of every opportunity that now presents itself to follow the paths of your soul and mastery. For you, this means never passing judgment again. From this moment on, be glad and grateful, and prepare yourself with meditation and by following a light diet. Keep the stag beside you at all times. Observe it. It will bring you wise advice and may guide you to a worldly or spiritual teacher. Both are good. It is now more important than ever not to let anything throw you off balance, off your center. So to me, what I'm looking at is I see you right now being someone who doesn't allow others to trigger you. You know, you're learning to see through the ego. But with this childhood wounding, you could have some childhood wounds that are holding you back from being your true authentic self, from finding your soul path. That may be the last part of your journey before you find your soul path. And it could be that you need help with that. You know, maybe you have a therapist or a spiritual advisor, or you listen to someone who helps you work through these childhood wounds and to connect with your inner child. And then that's when you find your soul path. I had to connect to my inner child before I found my soul path. And once I connected to my inner child and I was vibing in that inner child from my inner child, I had so many people who told me that I was acting crazy. I had so many people try and deter me from my soul path. And I just kept, thanks to you guys too, in my comment section, I just kept persevering and I didn't let anybody stop me. And that's what Spirit's saying you're going to go through. It is very beautiful to connect with your inner child. I was telling people on my birthday that I bought myself a bicycle to connect with my inner child, you know, or I'll go out and jump on the trampoline with my kids, or I'll take them swimming and go down the water slide. Like, it's about, I spent all my life being afraid to take up space and be seen. And you miss out on so much fun, you know? Anyway, I am rambling. So we're going to get tarot now, now that I'm done rambling. And what's interesting is we have the Fool and the Ace of Cups here. So it feels like there is a new beginning here for you. To me, it feels like you might be right on the edge of this new beginning or already going through it. And perhaps the childhood wounding is something that's still hiding you from your soul path. Maybe you haven't realized what your soul path is yet. And once you tap into that inner child, you find what that is. We have love, new relationship, compassion, creativity, new emotions, emotional awakening, deeper feelings, proposal, spirituality, intimacy. We have new beginnings, innocence, originality, fearlessness, free spirit, fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, spontaneity, leap of faith. Beautiful. Beautiful. Following your intuition. There's something about new love here. Or even, this is a dreamer type of energy. You know, this is, I could really see, it says inner child. So it feels like once you tap into your inner child, you have this brand new beginning, whether it's on your soul path, whether it's love. Perhaps you have childhood wounding that you need to work through so that a soulmate can come in, someone you have a soul connection with. It could be that you have a contract with a soul that once you release your inner child, that's when the two of you will come together. Think of the Six of Cups, you know, childhood healing, soulmate energy. Anyway, I get so into it. Learning how to, you know, nurture yourself. Maybe you need to learn how to mother yourself. I just saw the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you have like a mother wound, you know, maybe, or a parent wound of some kind. And Spirit's saying nurture your inner child. There's your inner child holds the key to your soul path and your dreams. We have the Page of Swords, so this could be something you have to go back to school for or to learn about. Very interesting. So let's see what is happening here. We have the Three of Wands, forward movement. So it feels like something is on your horizon here. Beautiful. Waiting for your ships to come in, awaiting results on decisions made, progress, expansion, confidence, new horizons, growth, foresight, a milestone. Beautiful. I don't know why my throat chakra's all closed up. Maybe your inner child has something to say to you, you know? Maybe your inner child has a message they want to share with the world that is not coming through because that's blocked. Maybe you're meant to speak something or write something, communicate something. Anyway, interesting. So we're going to look at present energy. We're going to get 2 cards for this. So show me this present energy. Beautiful. Yes. So present energy. We have abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, self-worth, financial independence, leisure, rewarded efforts, success, achievements. This is 9 of Pentacles energy. So right now you're very focused on nurturing yourself, on connecting with your higher self, finding your confidence, you know, very stable energy. And like this card talked about, you're in a very stable energy where someone else can't really bring you down right now. We also have the 10 of Wands, and I want to say this 10 of Wands, we're supposed to be taking present energy in a positive way. So I'm going to do the reversal. We have delegation. So it could be that you're learning how to delegate things in your life, maybe in your business, so that you're not spreading yourself so thin. You could be delegating, like if you're a parent, you could be delegating, you know, maybe some of the things, even if you don't have children and you're just a very busy person with work, maybe you're delegating tasks to other people so that you have more time for independence. There is an independent energy here right now, and it shows that you're glowing, you know? And it says a light-filled angel is at your side. You're giving off that light. You're going through a glow up. This is current energy. Release, taking a break, finally saying no, freedom, lightening the load. So it's like you're saying no to people and situations that no longer serve you. You could be taking a break from dating and focusing solely on yourself. Beautiful. Very invested in yourself right now and your own journey and your own growth. For some of you, maybe you do have a new job. All right, so let's see what is currently blocking you. What is and needs to be healed? What is currently blocking you and needs to be healed? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. You could have abandonment wounds, or fear of abandonment, fear of rejection. You could have rejection sensitivity, possibly based on how you were treated as a child, even if that was just by friends, teachers, peers, could have been parents. What needs to be cleared here? What is being blocked here? We have the King of Wands. Interesting. For some of you, you could have, interesting. So we have the inner child coming out here again. So for some of you, you may have, I'm seeing somebody with ADHD, I'm not going to lie. The fact that I was talking about being on the spectrum, having ADHD, being late diagnosed, you could very well be someone who is on the spectrum or who is late diagnosed ADHD, neurodivergent, and maybe you don't know it, or maybe you're just discovering that. That also heals a lot of childhood wounds. I know that when I realized that I was autistic and I was able to look at my past and see how I was as a kid, I could see that I was just autistic. I wasn't weird. I wasn't an outcast, you know, I was just autistic. But I'm getting specifically ADHD energy in this. So you could have like undiagnosed ADHD, because what I'm seeing is you could struggle with impulsiveness. And ADHD, you know, it's a very impulsive type of energy. You do impulsive things and then you regret it. Like making plans with people, and then when it comes time to do that, you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm also getting this 5 of Pentacles is rejection. And if you are someone with ADHD or undiagnosed ADHD, you could have huge sensitivity to rejection. And it could come from, like, maybe you've always had that. And I don't mean just any old rejection. I mean perceived rejection. And I mean that you perceive rejection when there isn't rejection. So if, like, you ask somebody to do something and they say no because they're busy, maybe you see that as a rejection. If you do something and someone doesn't pat you on the back, maybe you see that as rejection. It's like extreme sensitivity to rejection. Anyway, I just had to mention it. So I am seeing that possibly you need to heal from a lack mindset. So maybe you have, like, again, you could struggle with rejection, abandonment wounds, fear of being rejected. So maybe you have a hard time putting yourself out there. Maybe some of the things you liked as a kid, other people said they didn't like. And because you had that fear of rejection, you learned not to be your true authentic self. You know, you could have learned when you liked, you know, I don't know, I'm going to use myself as an example. I liked reboot action figures, which makes everybody laugh. And I had my friends tell me that I was a loser for liking reboot action figures. So I just didn't like them anymore, you know, because I didn't want to be rejected. That's hiding your inner child. Anyway, I am rambling. Oh my goodness. We also have powerlessness. So you could not like feeling powerlessness, you know, or what am I trying to say? You may be someone who perhaps you struggle with leading people, you know, perhaps you struggle with having a voice. Perhaps you struggle with putting yourself out there because of something that happened in your childhood. Take it as it resonates. We also have intuition. So you could have blocked intuition here. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to get another card. There is something about your authentic truth though here. Like there's a fear of, there's fear about authenticity here because of fear of rejection. And like I said, maybe that comes from something that happened to you as a kid, or maybe that comes from unhealed childhood wounds. What else is being blocked here, Spirit? We have justice. Interesting. Very interesting. This is giving me the energy of maybe you were treated unfairly when you were a kid, you know? Maybe you were treated very unfairly. Maybe you were treated unfairly in the past. Maybe you have a fear of someone being dishonest with you, someone lying to you. You could feel like you were treated unfairly as a kid and kind of neglected here. Interesting. There's something about a hope that's being blocked here as well, I'm hearing. Interesting. I'm just looking at this energy right here as a blockage, and the fact that I have cards talking about someone coming towards you. It could be that, you know, again, it could be that you've surrendered to the spiritual path, you're working on your self-worth, but there's still childhood wounds that are blocking you. Or wounds from past connections. It doesn't have to be childhood wounds, I guess. You know, you could have been cheated on, you could have been abandoned, you could have been abused. And that could be stopping you from opening up, you know? Very interesting. There's something here about that's blocking you from being your true authentic self is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it talks about, we have world on the bottom, personal closure, closing out life cycles. It talks about learning soul lessons. So it does feel like there's lack of closure here about some injustice that possibly happened in your childhood or has caused you to like not be tapped into your inner child. Anyway, I'm going to keep going because I just feel like I'm rambling. Interesting. Now we have the devil, which says abuse. That's what I mean. I'm feeling there could have been an abusive situation in the past. Interesting. Shadows, shadow work. Now we're going to look at the future. So what is coming in your future? And we should always interpret this in an entirely positive manner. Everything the card tells you has been resolved and is in the light. So in this card, we have you connecting with someone, either a lover, business partner, friend, whatever it is. In the future, we see you connecting with someone. And it could be, like I said, that you have childhood wounds that need to be healed before this soulmate can come in. Interesting. I'm just looking at this because it could be that someone comes into your life that, you know, your soul wants, but maybe the people around you say are bad for you. Anyway, let's get tarot. So future energy, please, Spirit. Future energy. Future energy. We have the Empress. How beautiful. How beautiful. Creation of life, abundance, maternal fertility, divine feminine energy, pregnancy, beauty, sensuality, care and nurturing Mother Earth. And I find it very interesting that the current blockage I mentioned, possibly, you know, you have a hard time nurturing that inner child, and the Empress nurtures that inner child. The Empress nurtures herself, themselves, doesn't matter what gender it is. Remember, this card spoke about another person, your soul path. Maybe once you heal this, your soul path involves someone else and having a baby, you know, or having a healthy sensual relationship with another person. Very beautiful. Divine feminine energy. So, you know, like I said, for some of you, maybe you meet a soulmate here. We did see new love coming in. We also have the devil, and I think that's very interesting. I'm just going to talk about it. We take it in the reverse because it says to take the most positive thing. And here it was coming up as a blockage, and here it's coming up unblocked. So beautiful. Recovery, leaving abusive, toxic situation, detachment, freedom, facing shadows, independence, reclaiming power, release. Beautiful. Releasing your inner child, freeing your inner child. Beautiful. Ah, I'm dropping cards. We're going to get one more for future energy. Future energy. There's that offer. So we have this offer, new material offer, new job or promotion, new life path, new opportunity, new manifestations, resources, stability, prosperity. And this can also be a proposal. It can be starting a foundation with someone, business partner. This card says another person is involved. So it could be, like I said, romantic or work-related. We have Queen of Cups on the bottom. Compassionate, warmth, caring, intuition, healer, supportive, in the flow, empathy. So I just want to look at I don't even know what I'm trying to look at here. My guide made me take out this book, but for what reason? I guess I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning in the material world. It assures you that what's to come will bring great abundance and prosperity. Watering this seed has the potential to be very rewarding, for anything that is grown on this energy is meant to be stable, secure, and give a good yield. Steady, loving relationship, abundance and prosperity in love, an apology, engagement, new work or business opportunities, investing in future, new financial journey. Beautiful. And the Empress, we have the Empress brings abundance and blessings in the readings of those she meets. She is associated with fertility, expression, creativity, and nurturing, among many other aspects. Nurturing, supportive lover, sensual, committed relationship, nurturing colleagues, creative period at work, material comfort, giving, sharing material wealth, and generosity. So I just wanted to look really quickly at this. So as blockages, it says unfair romantic expectations. So like I was trying to get out, but it never actually came out because I started rambling. When you come from a place of abandonment or rejection or fear, you can actually have unhealthy expectations on others because you never learned how to give that to yourself. And that unhealed part of you feels like someone else is supposed to fill up your cup. I'm speaking from experience here. So unfair romantic expectations, blaming people unfairly. You could be at an unfair work environment right now. With justice, you could have problems taking accountability for some of your shadows. I'm not saying that's you. I'm just reading some of the other meanings of the cards here. You could be avoiding like some type of financial responsibility. So maybe you avoid bills. Anyway, I just wanted to read that. I just want to get one more about this because this is very interesting. Like I said, it could be, there's a few different scenarios that could be. Future energy, please, Spirit. Future energy. Interesting. We have the Devil in reverse again, which we've already talked about. And it says detachment, freedom, facing shadows, independence, reclaiming power, release. So it could be that you release your shadows, you release someone from your past and someone new comes in. We do have confirmed partnership here, whatever it is. Unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, romantic love, connection, mutual respect, joining forces, close bonds, unity. So this could be you reconnecting with someone. For a lot of you, I feel like it's new, or a business partnership. You know, when you find your soul path, maybe the universe aligns you with a business partner or a mentor, or maybe you start mentoring someone else. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. So let's get you some advice from this, or these are just messages from your angels, your spirit guides, whatever you believe in, God, whatever it is that you believe in. Well, that's too many, but I'll take that one right there. And that one, I guess. Spirit's like, take that one. Healing, that's interesting. Healing, listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is a confirmation that healing is occurring right now. Beautiful. Dreams. Childhood dreams and healing. Beautiful. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Retain the purity of your vision and you will draw success to you. All you ever wished for, even that which seemed a distant dream, is about to manifest. Page of Cups, beautiful. So whatever little you has been dreaming of, we have prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project onto my future. So that could be projecting fear here is what you need to work on. Help me to live fully within each precious moment, inner child energy, and to feel your eternal love within me and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. And we have conflict. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. Isn't that interesting that I talked about suppressing childhood wounding? Anyway, suppressing memories. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. This is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should. So interesting, because this one says follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. And this one says do what you love, not what you think you should do or what others think you should do. So get rid of that logical brain, okay? Listen to your soul. And we have compassion. Be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are, your true authentic self. And positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. Beautiful. So my friends, that is your reading. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose pile 3 and this clear quartz, this is going to be a reading about what your higher self wants you to know. So let's get into it. There's hair on the deck. Maybe you need a haircut. Anyway, so yeah, let's begin shuffling and we'll see what comes out. So the spread I'm doing today is going to look at the present energy, what needs to be healed, and then the future energy. So yeah, and we're going to be looking at the numbers that come out with the cards and what they mean. How interesting. We have listened to the eternal song of your soul, tune into it and learn to trust it. 33, pile 3. Maybe you've gone through a rebirth or a death here or an ending, and you're learning how to listen to yourself. Interesting. Perhaps you've had problems listening to or tuning into the song of your soul, because we see this tree kind of wrapped around this harp. We see, very interesting, we see a gravestone here, symbolic of death. We see ivy growing over it, so it feels like it's been some time. Perhaps something that happened long ago blocked you from being able to hear your inner self. How interesting. It feels like your higher self is trying to communicate with you here. Very interesting. Anyway, I'll point this out. This was a Mother's Day gift from one of my children, one of my many children. Oh, I didn't even notice that yesterday. Anyway, it's a carnelian heart, which helps with feelings of inadequacy and helps with self-esteem. So I decided to put it there today. We have your deepest desires constrain you. And have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you. So it feels like your higher self is trying to get in touch with you here. So let's see what comes out. We have the courage to be free. Have the courage, you know, this is having the courage to be your true authentic self. Having the courage to accept what's coming in towards you. Let me just look at this really quick. This came up for pile 1. When you are free in your own self, you are at one with your life purpose. So it feels like your higher self is trying to get a hold of you. To be free means to love everything without wishing to understand. What will you do now? Hear your soul ask softly, what do you desire? And when you have found your answer, be sure to act upon it. So there is something here about tapping into your higher self. So the first card we're going to get in this spread is, it represents the present, the moment in which you find yourself now. It marks the point you have reached with your gifts and abilities and your light. Always interpret the issue on the card in a positive way and as if it were already resolved. So if there's a negative thing on this card, Spirit's saying that you've already resolved it. So present energy for you, my friend. Pile 3, present energy. That was interesting. Felt like a card wanted to come out there, but it didn't. We have nature is calling you. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. Judgment energy. So you could be going through an awakening right now. You could be going through a tower moment. I feel called to tell you that on the bottom of the tarot deck, we have the Tower. Sudden change, upheaval, revelations, awakening, destruction of old foundations, disaster, trauma, chaos, radical shifts. And we also have 7 of Cups, choices, clouded judgment, many options, illusions, opportunities, wishful thinking, searching for purpose, indecision, disarray. So you could be searching for your purpose right now. You could be, look, there's another image of this person trying to listen to their higher self. So maybe you're really trying to connect with your higher self. And we're supposed to take this in a positive way. So your power animal for the next 21 days, pumas. So if you see a puma, I have a sweater, the Puma brand that has puma on it. And we have, I'm just going to read you the number as well. Number 2 reveals that you are not alone with the issue on the card you have drawn. Look for support from someone who will work through the issue with you, such as a friend or a teacher in the outside world. A harmonious environment and good advice from a wise heart are more crucial than ever for you now. Ensure that all forms of communication are calm and peaceful, even with yourself. Number 2 teaches you that you need an opposite, another person, in order to help you become self-aware and grow. Its energy field promotes self-awareness, groundedness, stability, and reflection. So it feels like maybe you are receiving help from someone. Maybe you're listening to a reader. Maybe you're listening to someone who has podcasts, or a life coach, or a therapist, or a friend. So it does feel like you're going through an awakening right now, my friend, or that you've been through one and that you're releasing some of that. You feel vulnerable, naked, and alone, but look around you. All of creation is here to heal and protect you. Your great mother, our earth, sometimes surpasses even herself with her wonders and perfect beauty, all of which are there to reach out to touch and fulfill you. And yet you always choose a difficult path, a path of pain, despite long since knowing in your heart that there's another way. You hear your soul speak of joy, laughter, and true healing. You hear, but you do not listen. It tells you of the many different paths free from hurt or pain. Your soul is showing you that there are easier paths to follow, full of wonder and wisdom. No one wants to harm, belittle, or indeed anger you, and yet a part of you always seems to seek this out. You sometimes hurt yourself and your health. You do not love yourself and can be impatient or hard on yourself, feeling unattractive or useless. Healing is the acceptance without judgment of everything that is. The outside world reacts only to what is inside of you. Is someone hurting you? Do not react, but instead look at why this might be. Why is it even possible to hurt you? Heal the root cause which lies within you. The issue raised by this card is not necessarily an easy one, but it is urgent. Choose the path of self-awareness now. Let go of your lower negative energies and forego the dark paths of victimhood. Begin to shine your true light instead. So this is beautiful because this is saying that you've been through this, that this is what you've been working on, that you've been releasing your lower self. You've been evolving into your highest self, you know? It feels to me like you're realizing that no one has the power to hurt you except yourself, and that no one can tell you something about you that you know is not true. It could be that you are learning how to love yourself and be patient with yourself, and maybe you're feeling more attractive. It feels like you're accepting, you know, some of your shadows and transmuting. That was Wally. Zooming across the floor. This is on page 70, Chariot energy. So it feels like you've been through some type of breakthrough here. Beautiful. And remember, we're looking like this is supposed to be energy that you've already conquered. So you're already reflecting, you know. For some of you, you may be going through a dark period in your life where you're learning to listen to your inner self, and you know it's for a reason. I was talking about this card, the Tower, in one of the other piles, and I was saying that sometimes the universe gives you warning signs that something is unstable, and you can either climb down voluntarily or you can be thrown out of that tower. And perhaps you needed to be, maybe you needed a wake-up call, maybe you needed to be thrown from a tower in order to have your awakening. Take it as it resonates. So it sounds like you're beginning to shine your light, my little friend. I love it. I love it for you. So let's see what is blocking you. So this card reveals that there is a current but unsolved problem, something that is blocked and wishes to be healed. Always interpret this card negatively and as if the issue is yet to be resolved. So we're going to look at your blockage now. So what is currently blocking you, my friend? We have the Tree of Wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. And it's 24. So this is something that's blocking you. There's a wish fulfillment that perhaps maybe you've lost hope in or you've lost sight in. It could be that this is something that's wanting to come in but hasn't come in yet. So let's have a look at this card, my friend. 24, which I'm assuming is your power number, will be 6. Yes, it will. Your power animal, the crane. Ugh. The crane is a message of patience, having patience, letting things, you know, maybe you're struggling with letting divine timing happen. Maybe you're struggling with your patience. Maybe you're becoming impatient about something you're trying to manifest. Maybe you're struggling to surrender to whatever this manifestation is. So let's go to the numbers. I'm going to read you 6. Number 6 reveals that uniting and attracting forces are now flowing into you. Make use of them and bring ideas and dreams into fruition. You will find courage and an unusual inner strength. Take a step forward and do not allow anything or anyone to stand in your way. You will be a conduit for the creation of new things. This number's energy field is all about balance, the merging of opposing energies. It brings love, health, happiness, profit, and the fulfillment of dreams. So this is what's blocked from you. So we're looking at this card as what you need to unblock and heal. You once made a wish in the divine realms of fulfillment. Your ancestors have been keeping this wish safe since that day, as you were not ready for it to come true. You expressed a deep longing in this wish, and now the time has come. It will be touched by the divine source and will enter the realm of the possible. Although you have forgotten it in the intervening years, you now have the momentum and opportunity to achieve your desire. Your path has led you to a point where miracles can happen because you now believe in them. Miracles can only occur if you believe they are possible or truly want them to happen. So what this is saying to you is that currently You have an inner calling. You have an inner light that's guiding you. You're awakening. But Spirit's saying there's something that you wished for, something that you wanted to manifest, or once upon a time you wished on a birthday candle that you wanted this thing. And Spirit's saying that there's lack of belief in that this miracle wants to be gifted to you. It wants to come in, but that it sounds like you're struggling with believing in it, believing in the magic, surrendering to the divine, trusting that the universe will bring you what's for your highest good. You could have a very clear picture of what you think you need, and the universe may have a very different idea of what is good for your highest good. Anyway. So miracles can only occur if you believe they are possible or truly want them to happen. And that's what's being blocked here. So there's some part of you that doesn't believe that you can have this miracle, or doesn't believe that it will ever come true. Whether that's, you know, you being a rock star, whether that has to do with love, it is lover's energy. Spirit's saying there's a little piece of you that doesn't believe in miracles. You don't believe in magic, or you're struggling to believe in the magic of it all. So there's still fear and a closed heart is what Spirit's saying. Miracles take place daily throughout the world. You lost sight of all of these wonders for a time and deep down failed to believe that you are a creative being. However, you are the only one who shapes your world, and destiny is creating a path of growth for you. You have forgotten that you can trust your path, but now you are ready to follow the path of your soul and insight in complete trust. This is why you have drawn this card. It is now time to signal that you are ready to receive a miracle, as your free will is respected in the spirit world. You have forgotten your wish, and you did not nurture it with sufficient positive emotions. It is therefore now important to say a prayer, expressing that you believe in miracles and are ready to receive one. It would be a shame to miss out on this opportunity, so do not delay. So there is something that Spirit wants to gift to you, but perhaps you don't quite believe in it. Perhaps you aren't trusting your intuition fully, and that lower vibrational self, that fear, is still embedded in you. And Spirit says it's ready to give it to you once you believe in miracles, once you believe in magic. I'm hearing, do you believe in magic? All right then. That's pretty straightforward. And look, this is beautiful. Underneath we have live in this world as a dreamer, create a future paradise. And maybe you're doubting your ability to create the life that you want. Maybe you're doubting your ability to achieve your dreams. And I think it's really interesting because the first card we had was a feminine on this swinging, like believing in her dreams, freeing herself, themselves, doesn't matter. And here we see someone kind of leaning on that swing, thinking about those dreams, like, yeah, I could do that. I'm being reminded of myself when I used to sit and watch tarot, and I'd be like, I bet I could do that someday. I wish I could do that someday. I'll never have all those cards. I'll never be able to do that. I'll never be able to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I used to sit there watching other people do it, imagining that I could do that, but I didn't believe in myself. And it wasn't until I swallowed my pride and believed that I could achieve it that that path opened up for me. Anyway, something that you're dreaming about here, Spirit says they want to give it to you once you free yourself from the fear. So this one is going to be future energy. So something that lies in your future, you should always interpret this in an entirely positive manner. So anything that's on this card says that in the future it's resolved. So even if it's a negative card, Spirit's saying you turn it all around. So what is in your future? What lies in your future? Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. This is beautiful because it shows you tapping in to your authentic self and freeing yourself. This is beautiful. This came out in pile 2. So it feels like you achieve some type of miracle, possibly that has to do with your inner child. It could be a dream that you had when you were a kid. It could be You know, it could even be a dream of the perfect person, you know, not that there's a perfect person out there, but there's a perfect person for you. And maybe you've always dreamed of that, you know. It shows you really tapping into your inner child, finding your inner child, you know, finding your inner joy. I was talking about it in pile 2. There's a reason I'm always laughing. It's because I'm tapped into my inner child. So I'm at like a very high vibration, which confuses other people, which is fine. Anyway, beautiful. People always say that I'm laughing from a very nervous place. It's like, nope, nope. It's just high vibration, you know? So this is your future. We have the otter, beautiful, master number 11. So interesting. I'll read you number 1. Master number 11 is like 1 multiplied, okay? Number 1 tells you that you are a magician priestess, and now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop your capabilities within you. You may need solitude now in particular in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise, which could be what you're going through right now. Judgment, Tower. Number 1 promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, the pure spirit of the subtle world. Beautiful. And 29 is, this is your future and you've gone through all these obstacles. So you're living at a very high vibration, tapped into your inner child. Perhaps music is symbolic because this person is playing music. Heed the voice of the child within. It does not speak to you with words, but with the silent language of the heart. Your inner child cannot lie. It speaks with purity and truth. See or feel how it smiles. You are now ready to encounter beautiful moments on your soul path. And look at that. The universe is ready to gift you this miracle. Your inner child is delighted by your wildness and renewed playfulness. Put flowers in your hair, have fun with your inner child, and grant him or her a wish. In return, you will receive a gift that this world cannot buy, time. The inner child within you has the power to expand time. It can take you to places where time passes more slowly. Play, enjoy yourself. Rise above the absurd construct of time in which you live, but which in truth has absolutely nothing to do with you. Hear the whispers that reach you gently and softly. Live your life and play, and you are free of time. Beautiful. And this is going to be your future energy. And while I'm here, I'm going to pull out this and look at otter energy. This came out in an otter pile. Haha. I'm not funny. Okay, otter. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Full of love, needs nothing. That's your future. You're going to be full of love and you're not going to want for anything because you're going to attract everything. These miracles, beautiful. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. So there's going to be a celebration in your future having to do with whatever this is. So, although I feel that you've been through a tower moment and you feel confused, to me, it looks like you have to tap into whatever this wish is that you don't believe in, whatever it is that you don't believe in. Maybe it's spirituality. Maybe it's a twin flame connection. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is. Maybe you want to be a rock star, you know? Like, I'm not here to tell you that you can't live your dreams. I'm like, you can do anything you want. You can be that freaking rock star. You go for it. But you have to realize that you need to believe in it. It's part of nurturing that manifestation. Believing in it is what waters it, you know? Anyway, so let's see. we're going to do a shuffle, and we're just going to get a couple cards for each card. We have the Devil, fear. Ego, your ego telling you that you can't have whatever that is. This is really interesting. We have the Eight of Cups, which here it feels like you're releasing your lower self, Eight of Cups energy. Perhaps you needed to walk away from a tower moment, you know, or perhaps you had to walk away from something because there was a tower moment and then you went through this awakening. We have Page of Swords. Interesting. Page of Swords, maybe you've spent a lot of time learning about yourself. Maybe you're thinking about going back to school. Maybe you have a dream to do something and your ego says, well, you'd have to go back to school to do that. Why not? Go back to school, take a course, invest in yourself. Oh, how nice. We have, we have the King of Cups, devoted, emotionally mature and balanced, intuitive, compassionate, supportive, empath. So you could have been, you know, I saw the Tower and I saw the Seven of Cups. So you could have been involved with the King of Cups, who maybe it became really heavy and there was a tower moment and you had to walk away from it, take it as it resonates. It could be that you are tapping in, like maybe you're an empath and you're tapping into your empath. Yeah. He's running around like a crazy person. Yeah, I know. It could be that this dream, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling like maybe, I did say the perfect person, like Mr. or Mrs. Right, the perfect person, gender doesn't matter. Maybe, you know, you're manifesting this King of Cups and you don't quite believe that this King of Cups could ever change or could ever, you know, be someone who doesn't stress you out, I'm hearing. Ten of Swords. So this sounds interesting. Ten of Swords in reverse. Maybe you want to get back together with the King of Cups. But anyway, let's just wait and we'll see what comes out. So we're going to look at present energy. We have Judgment. So let's see what's happening. Present energy. Present energy. We have the King of Swords. So it seems like you're looking at things very logically. Very interesting. We have the Hierophant. So it does feel like you're listening to your inner truth. And you could have someone guiding you. You could be watching someone, you know, who's guiding you. It could be, like I said, a life coach, like maybe a masculine on YouTube. I know I watch a lot of different people who speak about healing. It does feel like you're being guided by your higher self or you've tapped into your inner truth. Very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. I'm just going to read. I actually want to look at this card again because it says you've already, yeah, it seems like you've already tapped into your inner truth. You know that, you know the truth. Like, you know if someone's projecting on you or not. You know, you can look at it logically and trust in yourself. Trust in your own integrity. You can use your head over your reactions, I'm hearing. Self-awareness, inner truth, beautiful, spiritual wisdom. So I'm going to look at this Hierophant for you. This is current energy. We have spiritual love, success in work groups, education, teamwork, mentor. Yes, a mentor who communicates their truth or has helped you see your own truth. Some type of mentor here. Beautiful. And we have King of Swords. It could be that you have a spiritual connection with this King of Swords. Take it as it resonates. With the Ten of Wands, this could be someone who put you through a lot. Like maybe you I'm hearing maybe in the past you had low standards for love, and maybe you value yourself more, right? Maybe you got involved with people who brought your energy down or who projected onto you. Interesting. And here it says that you're being challenged to do your best. Clarity of mind and clear judgment. Beautiful. So you're looking at yourself very clearly, and you could have help from a spiritual leader here with the Hierophant. Like I said, for some of you, maybe you're dealing with a counterpart who, you know, King of Swords, maybe they didn't want to take accountability for their own stuff. Maybe they projected onto you and you had to learn how to see through those projections through spiritual wisdom. Take it as it resonates. Let's get one more. Present energy. We have Ace of Swords. Breakthrough, truth, insights, new ideas, vision, focus, mental clarity. Beautiful. So in the beginning, we had the Tower and the Seven of Cups. Confusion, an ending, growth, destruction, whatever. And now we have clarity and truth. So very beautiful energy you're in right now. Ace of Swords, you've been through an emotional awakening or a spiritual awakening, spiritual breakthrough, I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot. A breakthrough moment. The sword symbolizes truth and intellect and gives the ability to cut through deception. Yes, King of Swords cuts through deception. It brings new points of view, new possibility, new information, new truth, and new beginnings. Beautiful. Facing problems honestly, clear communication, thinks rationally, avoiding emotional decisions. So you're thinking about things clearly. Beautiful. Now, I want to see what this wish is, because it seems like your lack of belief in it is what's blocking it. So let's see what that's about. What is currently being blocked? 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I knew it. I knew it. What did I say? Perfect person, happily ever after. So it feels like you made a wish somewhere along the way for not only emotional stability, but by financial stability. It's great to have emotional fulfillment, but if there's no foundation to back it up, it falls apart. So this wish that you're having a hard time believing in is, you know, it's not only a relationship, it's a family. It doesn't have to be a family with children either. It can be like long-term abundance, long-term finances, long-term stability. You could have a wish that you have a soul path to be like, I'm seeing a power couple, like two people who have a business together or something. Anyway. So what you're wishing for, your wish that maybe you don't believe in, that the universe wants to give to you. Happiness, divine love, blissful relationship, harmony, alignment, family love and support, fulfillment, emotional stability, domestic joy, dynasty, leaving a legacy, inheritance, wealth, financial security, long-term success, roots, family, ancestry, privilege, affluence. So this is what Spirit wants to give you. This is your dream here. This is a dream you made long ago. Maybe even your inner child made it and the universe wants to give it to you, but it's saying that maybe you don't believe you deserve it, or maybe you don't believe that it's possible. I want to look at the reversals of these, because it could be that these are some of the things you're dealing with. We have like deep family conflicts. So maybe there's family conflicts that you're working through. We have family trouble, disconnection, misaligned, broken or struggling relationship, unhappy home, separation, disharmony. So, you know, you could feel, I always used to say, if I expect the worst, then I'm always prepared, you know, and I used to think that I was so smart and so wise until I realized that by expecting the worst, I was manifesting the worst. And by, you know, feeling like I was never going to rise above my family conflicts and have harmony in my life. I kept myself from having that harmony. Anyway, this is what the universe wants to give you. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. But you have to believe you're worthy. You have to believe that you're worthy of that abundance and that it can happen for you. I'm hearing that song, It Can Happen to You If You're Young at Heart. Inner child. So it feels like it does happen for you once you're tapped into your inner child. Anyway, beautiful. Beautiful. We also have the 4 of Cups. So it feels like the universe is waiting to gift you this. You just have to believe. Now I'm hearing that song from Polar Express, If You Just Believe. Interesting. Remember that movie? If they didn't believe in it, they couldn't hear the bell. Spirit's saying you need to believe in this to see it. Believing, no wait, what is it they say in the Santa Claus? People think seeing is believing, but believing is actually seeing. Anyway, I don't know what it is. I'm sure I'm butchering that. So let's look at, you could be someone I'm hearing that maybe always wishes that you had an impact in the world. And this is saying you are destined to leave a legacy behind. You're destined to be known, but you have to believe that. Interesting. So let's go future energy. All right then. Interesting. We have the Emperor. So we have someone coming towards you. Look at this. I think this is interesting. It feels like the universe wants to gift you somebody here. A partner. What did I say? Power couple. I was seeing the Emperor and the Empress. Divine masculine energy. And it shows respect, leadership, structure, stability, control. This is your energy in the future. This is what's coming towards you. So either I was getting that it could be this person changed. Whoever this was that you had a tower moment with could be a counterpart. This could be you starting your own business, because something about this card talks about how, let me go back to it. My throat's closing over. How interesting. I don't remember what I was going to say, but it feels like maybe you listen to the voice of your inner child and maybe you go after something. Maybe you take action towards something, your dream. This could also be someone taking action towards you. We do have divine masculine energy. So it could be that you're coming back together or you're calling in your divine masculine. Take it as it resonates. Let's get another one for future energy. And look, you know, here it says leaving a legacy, and here it says respect and leadership. So that's what's coming. Like your dream is to leave a legacy and to be maybe a voice for others or lead others. And it's saying right here that you have respect from people in the future. Beautiful. We have the 2 of Wands. Choice, decisions, first steps, choosing a path, future planning, preparing to leave comfort zone. Beautiful. So we do see forward movement. We see you planning for a future, perhaps traveling, perhaps leaving an old job behind, perhaps, you know, leaving an old situation behind. So for the Emperor, we have creating processes, structure, discipline, routine, mentor, traditional relationship, using logic in love, unexpressed emotions, creating processes, structure, discipline, routine, mentor. It says it twice, once for career, once for finances. So it could be that you start mentoring others in this, and that's where your emotional fulfillment is, and it brings you long-term success because people look to you as a leader and you help people plan their future. 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is all about planning and moving forward, progression. When you turn your idea into realistic plans. Beautiful. So whatever this is, it's manifesting here. While the beginning might seem difficult, you're encouraged to strive on. Setting romantic goals, making plans in love, planning a future together. Planning your career, taking first steps in your career, envisioning dreams, so taking the steps towards that dream. Planning your long-term financial future, laying foundations. Beautiful. So it's very positive here for you, my friend. However you're resonating with that. Oh, Spirit wants me to get one more card. Let's get one more card for future energy. Wish fulfillment. This is amazing. Hope, renewal, miracles, rejuvenation, faith, North Star, purpose, spirituality, inspiration, positivity, healing, inner clarity. And we have temperance. Like, look at you. Balance, harmony, healing, patience, self-control, moderation, purpose, peace, calm, tranquility, serenity. And temperance can be reconciliation between divine feminine and divine masculine. And we have divine masculine right here. So it's very possible, you know, that you're coming into balance with someone. Anyway, beautiful energy. Nothing but positive things here, Spirit says. So let's get you some advice. Very interesting. We have positive outcome staring up at me as if for confirmation that you have a positive outcome. I'm going to get 5, I think. There we go. Miracle, wish fulfillment. Even if all hope seems lost, do not let hope slip away, for I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all of your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. We have love. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. How interesting. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow our healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. Jewel, every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust, we, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust, there is nothing to fear. There is only love. Relax. There is plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light flowing from the eternal heart of the universe. I'm just going to say the universe. I, your angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life, love. Huge love in this pile, okay? This is a love pile. And we have eternity. Gently move your awareness from the external world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are, in essence, a shining star, forever transforming to ever greater light. So, my friends, that was messages from your higher self. I hope it resonated. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you very soon. I love you. Bye.